Hans, I'm telling ya, I know Modern like the back of my own hands. Ew, what the huh? Does that look infected to you, Hans? Does that look infected to you? Hmm. Let's boogie. Hello and welcome to High Ground MTG. I am your host, KyGuy, and for tonight's brew, we will be playing Infect. That's right. There's no better time to be playing Infect than right now. New meta, always a good chance to try to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And for tonight, we're playing Infect. So, let's go over the base of the deck, shall we? I mainly bought into this deck because I really liked the new Secret Layer drop art. I think that this might be the best Ink Moth Nexus art that they've ever made. I really love it, and as you can see, it's kind of all over the place. So we have Joshua Howard, great artist. Look at this there, and then we also run in the Spell Pierce from the Secret Layer drop. I'm splashing a Pithing Needle just for fun because I thought it would be a great way to showcase some of the new Secret Layer drop art. But this is blue-green Infect. There's a bunch of different variants. Blue-green seems to be a pretty popular version. I've been playing this off and on for the last couple of days, and I've kind of started to tune things. Let's go over the land package. We're running 2 Breeding Pool, 1 Dryad Arbor, 2 Forest, 4 Inky here, 2 Pendelhaven. Getting +1/+2 is really important on our 1/1 creatures. We're running 6 fetches, 4 Verdant Catacombs, 2 Wooded Foothills. Anything that can fetch out a green source is what you want in this deck. And I'm running a little bit above the curve for Waterlog Groves. I'm running 3. Card draw is pretty important in the late game if it goes to that, which you don't really want to have happen, but sometimes it does. So I'm running 3 Distortion Strikes. Being able to make one of our creatures unblockable is really important, especially if we have to attack in with, say, a Noble Hierarch, or we need to get in with Glistener Elf. Being able to just have it unblockable is really good. A couple of Spell Pierce, mainly because I like the art. It's so funny and silly. Couple of Spell Pierce, good for early interaction, good for protection. Somebody tries to drop a turn 2 Chalice, and we have Spell Pierce mana up. We are safe from that. Mutagenic Growth as a 4 of Pump Spell. I'm running 5 Dorks. I'm running 1 Birds of Paradise. Again, another Secret Layer drop. 1 Birds of Paradise. So we can hopefully ramp out things a little bit quicker. 4 Blossoming Defense, 4 Glistener Elf, 4 Mine of Old Kroza. I have 4 Nobles, 2 Rancor. Like I said, so we have 5 different ways to kind of get in damage if we're leaning on Glistener Elf. Scale Up, which I think is like the crux of this deck that makes this kind of really competitive. I've had turn 2 wins with Scale Up and an easy pump spell. Vines of the Vastwood, another protection spell, and if we kick it, creature gets +4/+4. So we're running Blossoming Defense and Vines of Vastwood for our protection, and running Blighted Agent, which, you know, is great because it's unblockable. So that's the main 60. Let's go to the sideboard. Running 1 Ceremonious Rejection, 3 Velasummer. I don't know what we'll run into, but it's really good. Pithing Needle to deal with pesky Planeswalkers. Here's where the spice comes in. We have Tarmogoyf. So if we're up against kind of like an attrition match where we need more creatures, that sort of thing, we can bring in Tarmogoyf and maybe kind of cut some things here if we need to have that kind of just ground beater that we can pump to insanely high levels of power. I know in the past people have been using Invisible Stalker, which is the 1 generic, 1 blue hexproof and can't be blocked, I think. So I might toy around with that in the future, but right now I'm running the Goyfs. Spellskite, good again. Another form of protection, so if we need more protection, we can bring in Spellskite out of the sideboard. Mystical Disputes, great little counter interaction spell. Dismember, great if we need removal. And Force of Vigor. This is really important because I'm running this over Nature's Claim, and you're asking, why aren't you running Nature's Claim? I'll tell you why I'm not running Nature's Claim. Because if an opponent drops, say, Chalice of the Void, and all we have to deal with that, if it sticks, because weren't able to counter it, we have no way of playing our deck. So this gives us an out to Chalice of the Void. Also really good against other artifact heavy decks. Really good against Walking Ballistas. I have found that Walking Ballista is the bane of this deck. Like I hate playing against Walking Ballista with this deck. Everything just dies to it. So that is blue-green Infect. We're gonna jump into a match, and we're gonna see how we can do, or how we do with it. So let's see. Modern tournament practice. Create a room. Now's a great time to tell you all to please subscribe to the channel. Follow us on social media at HighGroundMTG. Twitter. What else? I don't know. You know the social media stuff. Yeah, like, comment, share on the video if you like what you're seeing. Do you want to see more of me playing Infect? I guess that will be a question at the wrap up. But let's see. So yeah, that's the gist of the social media plug things. Watch the other videos on the channel if you want. What else? Yeah, I'm pretty amateur at this, so hopefully we find an opponent. All right, we found an opponent. Abu Razimi. All right. Let me adjust this ever so slightly. Okay. So we have turn 1 Glistener Elf, which is really great. And Inkmoth Nexus. So we'll keep this hand. We'll fetch out for a breeding pool. So we'll have Distortion Strike up. I like the fact that Distortion Strike rebounds, which is really nice. Prismatic Vista. Looks like we could be up against some sort of snow deck. And it looks like our opponent mulled to 6 cards. So they're playing a Noble Hierarch. That's okay. I guess it depends on what they play next. Blossoming Defense for us. We're just gonna drop our Glistener Elf. Get in there. Alright. Breeding Pool. Yes. If we draw another green source, that would be really amazing. Hopefully we'll see what they do here. We have Distortion Strike up, so we could, in theory, scale up and Distortion Strike. So Icefiend Quaddle, drop in, they draw a card. I think they're digging for a land. Looks like they found it. It could be Path. Could be Path mana up. So we're going to have to keep up Vines or Blossoming Defense. Okay, Distortion Strike. This is really tricky, but do you think they have Path, or should we wait to have an all-in sort of thing? I could swing and give this well, what do I do? The lines in this deck is like, because you really want to like just one-hit him, so I could Distortion Strike and then get in for 2. And then if they Path us, that means the Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, so it's not so bad if they Path us, but I'm going to cast Distortion Strike. And we'll get in for 2. And then it'll rebound. We'll see if they counter this. Okay. So my line of thinking here is we'll either get in for 2, and if they Path it, that's okay, because then we can reanimate Inkmoth Nexus next turn. Okay, so we get in for 2, which is great. So my thinking was, if it gets path, we can get a land, and then animate Inkmoth Nexus next turn, and then go 6. Well, we could scale it up, so 6, 7, and then Distortion Strike would have also rebounded, so I guess that wouldn't have worked. I guess we couldn't have scaled up because we need another land. Oh no, we would have gone in with path. So, all right. Windswept Heath cracked for our opponent. Cracked. Overgrown Tomb. Okay. So it could be some kind of... So, green, black. What are they playing here? Oath of Kaya. Deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3 life. Okay. So that's a little rough. So we're going to lose Glistener Elf. Which is unfortunate. Inkmoth Nexus is really, like, probably, like, one of the most important creatures in this deck. If we draw a land, we're so good. Let's see. Well, let's see. Do we want to cast this? We have another Distortion Strike in hand. We could cast it on Inkmoth, but it already has it. No, because this has flying, but it doesn't have Death Touch. Oh, I guess we can. I guess we missed our opportunity. Nope, we're not gonna. Breeding Pool. That's even better. Yes. Well, let's activate Inkmoth Nexus. They're already at 2 Infect, so I'm going to cast Distortion. Well, undo. We're going to swing, and we'll see if they block. I imagine they will. Okay, so they don't block. So I'm going to... yep, I'm going to Blossoming Defense here. Okay, we're getting in. So all we need to do is deal 5 next turn. So if we draw another land, I think we essentially win. Because I could Vines of Vastwood and Distortion Strike. Well, scale up, and there's so much thinking going on in this deck. Looks like they don't play anything, so they could have anything up. Might have Old Kroza. So we could activate this. Swing. Okay, so we'll activate Inkmoth. And we have to keep protection up, so... Because this is our only out. And if they block, we'll Might of Old Krosa. If they don't block... Are they blocking? They are blocking. Okay, so... They could... should have played that differently. I probably should have kept up Vines, because I think we're going to lose our creature here. Ooh. Yeah. Does it have Death Touch? Oh, yeah, it'll have Death Touch. Okay. So, unfortunately, we lose our creature. That's a bummer. That's a huge bummer. Okay. That Oath of Kaya, if that Oath of Kaya hadn't come down, I think we would have been sitting pretty. Especially with Distortion Strike. Now, I'm not sure how we get out of this. It might just have to be a game 2 sort of thing. Alright. Passing the turn. Ice Fang Quaddle. Getting in for 2. Down to 13. Oh, man. don't even know what this deck is. Anafenza. What is this? Birds of Paradise. Okay, so they're just dropping everything. This is a weird deck. Some weird homebrew. Let's see what we draw. Alright, we're gonna go to game 2. I think I've seen enough. We're just not gonna get there. There's too much value. We don't have enough creatures. We don't have anything. So it doesn't look like they had much in terms of removal, like, but they are playing white and they are playing black. I think we're gonna want some dismembers. Help take care of creatures. And what do we want? Spell Pierce would have been good there. I think maybe we would just drop a Distortion Strike or two. Let's see, blue or black spell. We'll bring in Veil. Veil's really good here. Let's cut a birds, and let's cut a let's cut a Rancor. We're on the play, so we'll try it like this. Abu Razimi. Guess I would like to play first. Let's see. So we have turn 1 Glistener Elf, which is great, so we'll keep this. We also have Scale Up, so if they don't drop a creature, we'd be pretty good. But I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure they'll drop a creature here. Like turn 1 Noble or turn 1 Birds. So they didn't! They played a Triome! That is a terrible plan. Okay, we're gonna fetch for a green source here. Green-blue source. Yes. So let's see. Let's think about this strategic play. So this is gonna be 6 with Scale Up. 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's give target creature +2. Cast. Alright. Swing. Mutagenic Growth. Oh man, if we had Noble out, we would have won. But I think getting in as much damage as we could then. I mean, they have to have interaction. They have to answer whatever we do next. They have to have a creature. Abundant Growth, sure. This card seems to be popping up a lot in Modern, I've noticed. Has anyone else noticed that? Just, like, maybe it's because it replaces itself and, like, I don't know. I guess people are getting pretty greedy with their mana bases. And I think they're allowed to because Archetype's Astrolabe completely negates. We got there! That's how we do! Because Arkham's Astrolabe completely negates. Blood Moon. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, so I don't know if we just run it back like that. We're on the draw. Why don't we bring in a force? Help slow them down a little bit on stuff. I'd like to have some like earlier interaction. We'll drop this Rancor for a force. Submit. Since we know that they're playing enchantments and their snow deck and they're probably playing Astrolabe, if we can hurt them there, if we can hurt their color filtering, I think that would be a huge deal. So we have Blighted Agent, so we can do stuff turn 2, and we can get it down turn 2. Okay, we'll keep this hand. Feels a little slow, but We'll see what they play. Abu Razim. Upkeep. Main phase. Prismatic Vista. Okay, they're fetching away. Let's see what they get. Some kind of basic land. Snow-covered forest. Looks like they're playing a birds. Okay. Scale up. It's not bad. Okay. What do we want to play? Play Ink Moth? Or no, we want double green by turn. No, well, yeah. We'll play Ink Moth. Pass the turn. We're not going to activate Ink Moth next turn, obviously. I guess it probably should have played Wooded Foothills. Actually, you know what we should have done? We should have played Wooded Foothills, and then I could have fetched and then not taken as much damage. So they have 3 mana up. They don't choose to do anything with it. So I guess we fetch and shock ourselves to be able to drop Blighted Agent. The Agent. Agent Blight. MNB. Agent Blight? Anyone else watch Batman Beyond and Blight? Okay, we're gonna drop old Blighty here. Agent Blight. Agent Blight would have sounded so much cooler than Blighted Agent. Looks like it might be getting countered. No, it sticks. So we'll see if it sticks around for one more turn. If it sticks around for one more turn, we might be able to just get him. Because we could scale up and Might of Old Krosa. Ice Fang Quaddle. Okay. Don't care about that since it can't be blocked. It's like an honorary merfolk. My god, why didn't they make a merfolk with Infect? That would be so busted. Could you imagine? So let's see if they have removal spell. Oath of Kaya. Of course. Alright, Oath of Kaya knocks this out, and Ice Fang Quaddle has Death Touch. Couldn't last one more turn. Okay. Well, that's a big bummer. Okay. Well, they're swinging. That seems like not a good idea. So we could play Pendlehaven, activate this, swing for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we draw a Mutagenic Growth, it's over. Pendlehaven! So close. Okay. Play Pendlehaven. We'll activate old Inky here. Oh, wait. Yeah, we want to activate Inky. Okay. I guess I could have scaled up. I don't know what they could do with green. Like literally nothing. So I guess I could have Might of Old Krosa. Alright, swinging in. Block. We'll go this +1, +2 to 2, 3. I'm going to take 2 Infect. Okay. So they're taking 2 Infect, which is great. Great for us. I guess it depends on what they have next. Breeding Pool. Okay. Make green and then drop a new Pendlehaven. Zur the Enchanter. What the heck is this deck? Glad we brought in that Force of Negation. When Zur the Enchanter attacks. Okay. So they have 2 flying blockers. We really needed Distortion Strike. Which didn't happen because I don't think I took him out. I think I took him out. I took out a bunch. I took out 2. Oof! So they're going to get into... Oh, man. And they have Death Touch on this creature. Oh, man. I don't think it's our day. Not are they? Well, I wonder what enchantments they could have. I think it's worth it to activate this. Depending on what they block with, we could just get rid of... Because we have another Ink Moth in hand. Let's see what they block with. They block with Zur, I'm fine. Okay, so we're just going to do a 1-for-1 trade, and that's okay. Ah, Death Touch. That's the thing about these creatures, they're so fragile, but they're so much fun when you get the, like, turn 2 wins. Alright, we're waiting for Abu Razami. Abu Razami. Okay. Looks like they're gonna swing in with Zur. Let's see what they do. So they get in for 1 and they get a 3-mana enchantment. I wonder what it's gonna be. This is a very interesting homebrew. You don't really see Zur very much in Modern. What is this? When treasure, draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast the spell, you lose 1 life. Whenever blessing, sacrifice it. Interesting. So they just drew 3 cards. It's bananas. I'm hoping they play something else here. I hope they tap that birds. But I think they know having a blocker is probably a good call. But I don't have... I'm not presenting that. But hopefully they tap birds. If they tap birds for something... Wow, they shocked this in. If they tap birds... Yes! That means we can get... no! Okay. I was like, we could get Dryad Arbor. And just swing in there. Get a Rancor, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. They're going all in for it. Yorion, huh? I see your game. Dang it! We didn't fetch. Okay. So we'll drop Glistener Elf. We'll see if this buys us another turn. I'm kind of thinking it's not going to. Especially if they play Yorion and everything just like blinks back. Glistener Elf is going to die because of Oath of Kaya. But I also have Blossoming Defense. So it could, in theory, protect it. We'll see what they do here. We'll see. We'll see. Snow-covered island, snow-covered plain, snow-covered this. On thin ice! What are you targeting? We're just gonna Blossoming Defenseless right now. We'll see what they do in response. Alright. Do they have to Blossoming Defense one of their own creatures? No. Or on thin ice one of their own creatures? An opponent controls. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So look at another enchantment. I think it's interesting. Well, can they cast Yorion now? I think they still can. They're still 5 mana. So everything will blink. I don't know. Can we get through this? Waiting for our opponent to choose a card from the library. What do they get this time? Trial of Ambition. Wow, they found a way around it, huh? Interesting. Are they gonna? Oh, I was gonna say. I guess even if they do cast. What's our out here? Let's see. We could draw a dismember and just dismember Birds of Paradise. And then I activate this and scale up. Yeah, we'll just get rid of Glycerin. That's fine. No, that was a bad idea because then I'm gonna cast Yorion, and then that was such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. That was a biff. I biffed that hard. Oh, we're toast. You're so toast. Yeah. Oh my god. Grimy 60 card decks, 80 card decks. Even nerf, this card is super potent. It's pretty wild. I think we might be... I guess it wouldn't have mattered anyways, because like once they blink this, we would have lost Dryad Arbor. Yeah. So everything's going to come back. It's unfortunate. I'm starting to really hate the blink mechanic. Alright, we're going to skip this game. Alright. Good on our opponent. I think they got us. Obviously, we wouldn't have had any interaction. Alright, let's play another game. Let's play another game. I'm really hoping we get that turn 2. That turn 2 kill. With one of our Glistener Elves. That'd be amazing. It's rough. I think that's where the deck's weakness. The longer the game goes, the chances of your winning is like starts to drop a lot more. That's kind of why I really like the Distortion Strike, being able to get to land your creature, and then being able to get in there with unblockable damage. Should be really great. We were so close. We were at 9. They had him at 9. I don't know what needs to be printed to make this deck even more competitive. Probably like some more like if they printed a dork as powerful as Noble Hierarch that somehow also had Infect. But I don't think that'll ever happen. The power level would be way too high. Alright. Found another game. We won the die roll. We would like to go first against Jin Form. We have a turn 2 kill. We're going to keep this. Let's see what they play. We'll drop Glistener Elf. And then we can might as well close the scale up depending on what they do next. It's a good feeling. Alright, Glistener Elf down. And we have the combo piece. Can they answer? Do they have any kind of interaction? What does our opponent do? They play a Verdant Catacomb. So I guess they could Thought Seize us, or they could Fatal Push us, or they could Bolt us, depending on what they draw. A Blood Crypt. Are they going to Thought Seize us? They Thought Seize us. Inquisition of Kozilek. It looks like our turn 2 kill is not happening. But we can still get a lot of damage in, which is nice. They took Rancor. Oh my goodness, what a mistake. I think they just... What a mistake by our opponent. Oh, they're going to regret that. I honestly don't know what they could have. I mean, they could have Gutshot, but... They could have Gutshot. That's like the only thing I could think of. Breeding Pool. Yes. So, y'all want to see the turn 2 combo? Scale Up. Might of Old Krosa. 10 Infect. Begin comment, swing. I cannot believe that they took Rancor. What's happening? What could they have? What could they have? They went turn 2. Oh, I love it. Turn 2. I cannot believe that they took Rancor. Well, they're not gonna make that mistake next turn. So we're bringing in Veils, right? We're definitely bringing in Veils. So they could be a, I don't know. It could be like a take out Distortion Strike. They could be a Jund deck, maybe. I don't know. We're bringing in a Spell Sky just in case. Maybe Jund. Maybe Rakdos. Any kind of Rakdos deck. Let's see. I took out some of the strikes. I took out Birds of Paradise. That's right. I got the secret layer drop, Birds of Paradise, much to my co-hosts. Much to me annoying my co-host for him to get them all the time. Yeah, let's try it like that. I don't know. Try it like that. We'll see what happens. Nothing better than that, like, sweet turn 2 kill. I'm just shocked. Maybe they don't know how to. Maybe they don't know how that works. So we have a Blighted Agent. We don't have any pump spells. This is kind of a slower hand. We're on the draw, but we'll keep it. It'd be really great if we could draw a Noble. Waiting for our opponent. But I'm also worried that, like, if I discard too much, we'll lose cards because of them being at least a hand hate spell. Alright, Verdant Catacombs cracked. Overgrown Tomb for Jin Form. Alright, Thoughtseize are an ink here. Okay, we're getting inked. We're gonna lose probably Blighted Agent, I would imagine. But that's fine. We have our creature in the form of Ink Moth. Oh, inky. They take Blighted Agent, rightfully so. Okay. What do we draw? Another Ink Moth Nexus. Okay. You know what? We'll play Ink Moth Nexus. We'll pass the turn. We can start getting in damage next turn. Okay, so they're definitely Jund. So it's going to be a lot of removal and attrition. Let's see what they play here. I wonder if they play a Goyf or they play Thoughtseize. Okay, so we're going to lose Spellskite. That's fine. Which is unfortunate. So looks like they have Bolt mana up. So I don't know if we... Oh, okay, so that's good. We're going to play that instead. Play our Pendelhaven. Drop our Noble. Let's see what they play next. Black, green, Assassin's Trophy. I mean, sure. We're going to lose the Exalted trigger, which is unfortunate. But we also get another land, which is pretty nice. And it looks like our opponent is struggling with mana. That's pretty good, too. I don't have any blue. It's fine. We'll play Inkmoth Nexus. So you ever like have problems with like which one is the new one and which one's the old one, like because you don't want to like animate it? Click this and see how it says newly controlled. You can click that. That way you're making sure you're animating the right one and that it doesn't have any kind of like summoning sickness. Alright, we're gonna get in there for 2. Just 8 more. Pump spell would have been really good there. We're also looking pretty good because we have like this pseudo protection with them being lands. So let's see what they play. Croxa. That's fine. We will discard our Catacombs. We'll lose 3 life, but that's fine. Okay. Discard a card. Bye-bye to Verdant. Alright, Verdant gone. Alright. Our opponent's still having land problems. Noble. That's amazing. Yes. We're gonna drop Noble. We'll activate Inkmoth. We'll give this +1/+2. Exalted Trigger on the stack. Getting in for 3. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. They're up to 5 Infect, and they're struggling on lands. It's a little bit slower, but you see the power of having Inkmoth Nexus. Especially when they take out, you know, another threat, so... Let's see. We can get in for another 1, 2, 3, 4 next turn. Depending on what happens here. So they're at 4 cards. We could be facing down a removal spell. So... I mean... Let's try it. Inkmoth, animate Blinky. We'll give this. And then, you know what? I'm going to even cast Distortion Strike. It may rebound next turn, but during my upkeep, I can animate Inkmoth and have this come in. I can animate Inkmoth. And then, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so they have to have a removal spell, but they haven't had a removal spell. Okay, so they have Fatal Push here. That's fine. We knew that was going to happen. Or I thought that was going to happen. They're still sitting at 5. And they still don't have anything on the board. And we have our other Inkmoth, so we're still sitting okay. Let's see what they're going to play here. Waiting for a Jin form. So they're still sitting at 2 mana. This is very interesting. I don't know where our pump spells are. Let's see. You become a creature. Let's see if they kill our creature. Bolt. Okay. Undo. So let's see. Inky's gonna bite the dust. Okay, that's fine. I guess it would have been wiser to have waited. Like I said, I'm still pretty new with the deck. I'm like a week into this deck. Probably would have been wiser. Yeah, we could have Blossoming Defense. That would have been a lot better. Well, I'll drop this in. Target creature gets can't be blocked. Okay, and they're the old-fashioned way. Heck. Alright, let's see. That's what they got. Alright, it looks like they finally found their 3rd land. They're down to 11. Honestly, it would not take very much to just get them with regular life. That's kind of the interesting part about like piloting this deck, is trying to figure out that access of like when do you like give up on Infect and when do you get your like noble hierarch kill. Could be facing down Pyromancer here, CZ peasy. Season peasy. K-Command. you know what? I kind of want to keep it. So let's keep it. Give this hexproof. Does that fizzle? No. I guess that one mode fizzles. They're down to 9. Blossoming Defense? Okay, we're gonna swing in. Getting in there, Dryad Arbor. It's up to 3. They're down to 6. 3, 4, 5. So what they do now? K command? Oh, okay. So they're playing a Goyf. They're playing a Goyf. Okay. And what are they gonna do? They're gonna Thought Seize. Interesting. Yeah, let's have them lose 2 life. That's fine. All right, how do we win here? Blighted Agent? I mean, that's pretty good. Go back on that old Infect plan. The old Infect plan. This is turn 8. This game is like lasted way longer than I wanted it to. But they have to have a blocker. Like, they're down to 4 life. Ooh, are they... What are they... Oh, Kalidas? Kalidas or Lily or... Bloodbraid? Lurrus of the Dream Den. Okay. I didn't even realize they were playing Lurrus. Well, that makes things a lot more interesting then, doesn't it? That means we know they're not playing Liliana the Veil. Interesting. Rancor, you say? Rancor. What are you at? 5? 6, 7, 8, 9? Well... we're gonna pivot back on the Infect plan. I think we get there. Exalted Trigger, we got there. And can't be blocked. We almost got there the old-fashioned way. Turn 9 win. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, let's play one more match. From the turn 2 kill to the turn... the turn 8 kill. So, all right, Paul D. Roche. Paul D. Roche. Yes, I would like to play first. Vines, Inky, mutagenic. Wow, there's 3 mutagenic growth. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Should we keep this hand? I mean, we could deal 7 damage. Turn 2, this is super good. Sure, we'll keep this hand. I don't know, man, I don't know. Alright. Verdant Catacombs, and we'll pass the turn. Oh, shoot, we should have played Inkmoth Nexus. Ooh. Alright, Scalding Tarn. This also doesn't quite give away our plan right away, which is nice. Hollowed Fountain. And untapped, and white, and nothing. EE for 1. Wow, they are very bold, aren't they? Well, it's a great thing we kept this then, isn't it? Mishra's Bauble. Wow, EE for 1. The audacity of our opponent. Just thinking they know. Thinking they know. Scale up. Okay. We'll pass the turn. Scale up's pretty good here. If we scale up and then we just... All we have to do is... Ah, crud. We need one more land. One more land and we can get them. We can just scale up and then mutagenic growth 3 times over. One more land, though, because we need to activate. We need to animate Ink Moth Nexus. Alright, Scalding Tarn. Alright, we're going to fetch out. Fetch out for our lands. A land. The land down under. Breeding Pool. Nope. Tapped Breeding Pool. Coming back to us. Bring it on back to us. Alright, so... Oh, we have Vines protection though, so let's do this. Let's see what they do. 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm gonna play it pretty cautious here. Because they have Bolt mana, they have Path mana, and if I need to protect Vines of Vastwood, I will. Alright, well. Let's see what they do here. It's really difficult though because like I could Vines and then they could like in response. Oh, I wonder if they're trying to Bolt in response. And then they could Path in response. Watery Grave. Looks like they have Fatal Push. Okay, so they're on some sort of Fatal Push. Stack. Oh, they're casting 2. What are they playing here? Remand? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I could still cast this. I guess I just take more damage, which I'm fine with. And they draw a card. So we burn half our life, but they're down to 3. And our creature's safe. I bet you they wish they had dropped EE on 0, huh? Blue, white. Spellskite. Wow, it's just like everything in their deck is made to like hate on us. They have Path mana up, and they have a way to protect that Path mana. They're at 7. Silence. Cannot cast spells this turn. Well, I mean, that's fine. We'll get in there for 1 with Inky, but they also don't have any. Do we have to even cast turns? Oh, what a draw that was. What a draw that was. Spell or ability. Well, I don't know. I don't think it can target that. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if they can target that. I don't think so. All right. So much for them, huh? So much for them casting Silence. What good did that do ya? Nothing. Unless they have 3 gut shots here. That would be incredible. I don't think that's going to happen, though. We're waiting for Paul DeRoche. I wonder if they're thinking if I have a 4th mutagenic growth. I wouldn't be able to play it anyways because they cast Silence. I wonder what's going on. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Alright. Blocks. They're down to 9. Turn 4. Old Inky getting there. I'm telling you, this card's an all-star. Powerhouse. Ew. Gemstone Caverns. What are they playing here? The Fairy Time Raveler. Okay. I think that's fine. Enchantment, yeah. Oh, very clever. But you still need 2 to activate it. So I guess I could drop it for 0, but they'd still need 2 to activate, right? Unless they... Well, no, they played Gemstone Caverns. We won! So much for your silence. Okay, Pithing Needle. We'll bring this in to stop Teferi. Yeah. Spell Pierce is really good. I don't really feel like they're playing many creatures, so we can drop those, and we probably even drop Rancor. Sorry, my mic is in the way, which is why I'm like trying to look at the... Also, why am I doing it like this? Card view. That's much better. That's much better for everybody. Take note, everybody. I feel like this is how you should display your cards. Okay, so... What do we want? We want to bring in Mystical Disputes. We want to be able to... And... Veils. All the Veils. Okay. And... You know what? Let's bring in some Force of Vigors. I have 2 extra cards. Is that going to be bad for us? I mean, we saw that they had Spellskite and all these other nonsense, so Force of Vigor feels pretty good here. Finds a Fastwood. I don't know. It's hard to know what to cut. So let's cut a Might of Old Krosa and 1 Vines. Actually, no. Nope, sorry. I want a Might of Old Krosa. Let's cut a Vines, and let's also cut a 1 Blossoming Defense. Actually, I want that. Sorry. We'll cut 2 Vines, and we'll submit it like that. Veil of Summer is acting as a way of protecting our creatures, so that's kind of where my brain was when I was like, let's cut the Vines, because we have Veils. Alright. Our opponent is on play. What do we got? Pendelhaven, Blighted Agent, Veil of Summer. Very good. There's no blue. That's really bad. I think we got a Mole, unfortunately. This is a much better hand. Much, much, much better. We'll keep this. And I think we... For Waterlog Grove to the bottom. It's turn 1. We can have Veil of Summer up. Blue to Delta. Glistener Elf. Oh, this is so tricky. So I could drop Glistener Elf now and have the shields down for 1 turn, and it would be turn 2. We know that they have EE. I don't think I want to do that, but they could also have Hand Hate, so it's kind of a toss-up. I mean, it would be walking into removal anyway, so we'll play Blue. We'll play Breeding Pool, and we'll drop. Or do we keep it up? Here's a question. Do we keep up Glistener Elf and let them waste it? Yeah, I think we just... We can drop Glistener Elf next turn and have Veil of Summer protection. Let's do that. It's too late. I already clicked through the main phase. I already clicked through the second main phase. Hollowed Fountain for our dear opponent, Paul the Roche. Tapped. Alright. So I've got blue mana up, which is great for our Veil. Blue to Delta. Are they going to be a Pasco? Or are you going to do something? Pasco? They're going to do something. Okay. So I feel a lot better about our last play. Mutagenic Growth. So let's drop Glistener Elf. We almost technically have the win. And we have Veil of Summer back up, depending on what they do. Didn't remand it, so I think we're okay. At the end step. Path to Exile. Sure. Ah, dang it. Ah. I totally messed that up. I'm totally overestimating the power of freaking. Oh my gosh. I punted bad. Biffed. Alright. But next turn we can draw Ink Moth and Glimmer Void. What the? Sword of the Meek. Well, I'm really glad we brought in Force of Vigor. Force of Vigor actually would be really good right now. What are they going to do on my upkeep? Let my opponent know that I completely biffed that one turn, and they're very, very friendly about it. Okay, so let's drop Blighted Agent because we can. And we could scale up and Blossoming Defense, so we have the win. If they don't combo off this turn, we have the win. So they are fatal pushing Blighted Agent on my end step. We could Blossoming Defense, but honestly, I think I want to try and get in with Ink Moth, so we let it die. Okay, main phase. Interesting. Each player draws a card. Okay, so I guess we'll see what they have. I mean, they only have 2 cards. Kind of what I want, kind of not what I want. Let's see if we can get there. Let's see if we can get there. Wooded Foothills. This is actually pretty good for us. So, guess we animate Blinky here. Or Inky, sorry. Blink Moth Nexus, Ink Moth Nexus. It's all the same. But it's not. Okay, let's scale up. Let's see if we can get scale up to happen. We have just enough of everything. Infect. Okay, we're gonna swing. 6. They only have 2 cards in hand. Let's see if we get there. Mutagenic Growth. I guess they have to kill it now. Oh, man. Oh. Each player draws a card. Okay. Ooh. That's pretty good. I've got Glimmer Void. Alright, we got the GGs from our opponent. Or GG. Alright. So that is Infect, blue-green Infect. I want to give a special shout out to one of my buddies at the local LGS. Name's Eric. Talked me through a lot. He's like the Infect player at our shop. But I reached out to him. Talked me through a lot of the different kinds of like benefits to playing certain cards, benefits to not playing cards, what to do on different turns, how to access. He actually plays a lot of black green Infect, so look for that in the future. I think that would be pretty fun to trade out some things and play with what do you call it? Thoughtseizes and hand disruption. It's kind of a Thoughtseize is kind of a better version of Gitaxian Probe when you would check to see if things were good and things were better. But anyways, that was Infect. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more Infect, let me know. I could do another video. It was really fun to see that turn 2 kill. But you can see that you can kind of pivot and grind on an access, so you can either get your kills in with your creatures, or you can get your kills in with your Infect creatures, just depending on everything. I think there's a lot of raw power. I think it's pretty fast. You just gotta, sometimes your matchups, you have to know how to like play around removal spells. So many removal spells. And like I said, Walking Ballista is bane of this deck. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me here on High Ground MTG. Until next time, I hope that you have the high ground. Bye-bye from the KyGuy.